I'm not sure what really happened there, folks. It's either my internet just completely farted out, or YouTube just decided to do a complete muck up there. But oh dear me, this looks like it's going to be our second stream of the same theme, and hopefully we're back to a point where people can at least see what's going on. But I'm not sure what happened there, but I do apologise as to what's going on. But let's continue where we left off at, and that is seeing Sayuri buy us something? No, Yuri buying us something. So I do apologise, chat, but I don't know what happened there to whatever happened. Wait, Sayuri? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayuri made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? What does one do in a situation like this? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Yes. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make you happy no matter... It'll make me happy no matter what, sorry. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I don't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. That's a nice gesture. This is... How has this girl accidentally been so cute? Aww. She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Snatch? Not snatch. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Oh, hunky-dory-dory. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. Annoyed by what exactly? I approach her in case she needs a hand. Hello? You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into until you figure out where the other person stands, yeah. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. Yours too, Natsuki. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone voice of volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. Indeed it is, I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box she sees, admiring. So, I'm not sure what happened to my live stream, folks. It kind of just got automatically shut down. So, we're back to a point where I hope we're memorable. But we did get through a few minutes of dialogue where Yuri was talking about like a book that she really wants us to read alongside her and discuss about it at further length in the future. But For today, we are hoping to raise a bit more money for the donation of Tiltify, United Way, and the hashtag Hope From Home, which is the kind of theme that drew people together initially a few days ago, so that we will be able to raise enough money to hopefully make a difference. And a difference we will make. Hello, Ken Pepper. Welcome to the chat. Path Rate Girls. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass of that door. So what are you trying to say, that we should just leave the club? She points to the classroom door, yeah. Ouch. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Flair. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover, or a manga. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Path Rate Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. Ah! I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colourful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly Mo. Don't just stand there. Rah! Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there, Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Eh? Why is that? Yeah, why is that, Natsuki? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Yeah, you don't like that idea, do you? Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry, I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. Anyways, I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. Cool beans. We'll be going for another 2 hours if this stream holds up. But I might make this my final stream rather than doing the 4th one I was planning to do tomorrow, just because we aren't really raising anything else at this point in time. Like the first time we raised the first stream we raised $335. Yesterday we only raised $5, and today we haven't raised anything so far. Whoa, how long has it been since I read that book? I just completely misread that. You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? No, I'm looking at the book that you shoved into my face. I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typically slice of life affair. I kinda grew out of it since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be plot? Well, obviously there's gonna be a lot going on. Stuff that you can't even muster until you've read it. Not like me who've read all of the series. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? Do you know what makes a good plot? Well, it depends on your perception. I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. And welcome to the chat, 11 Max 11 out. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you to get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching parts. Ah, is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Are you sure? Are you sure this lass knows what she's talking about? Maybe I underestimated you. Hehehehe. Hey, wait, exactly. That's a huge U-turn right there. Like, oh my gosh, the actual preview is quite, wait. Okay, it is all there, but I don't know why the preview is so, what you call pixelated. Hey, wait, what's that supposed to mean? Look, Nancy gives me a little shove. I just meant, but I haven't yet seen you at your full power. Don't make us go over 9,000. Good save. Ah, this chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, it does say parfrit, so it should have something about parfrits. Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Just curious. Nothing else. Nothing more. Nothing less. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. Just a coincidence indeed. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that's impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. Not a coincidence indeed. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Indeed. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Aww. Isn't that a bit too close up? We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not, okay? I'm reading it as well as you are. Even though you're just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. Indeed it is. Just like my interests right now, I'm showing them for you guys. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? So you don't have any friends who have a similar share of your interest in manga? That's not... well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Rub salt in the wound there. Oh dear. Jeez. Ah, sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. Wah. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. Ugh, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. How you download Doki Doki? First of all, welcome to the chat, Blueberry Sands, but second of all, oh, you deleted your message there, but you can download it off of Steam for free. It doesn't cost anything. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitate towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So... Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I'll flip the page. A wonderful page. Suddenly Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always... Hold on, I think my phone just went off. Nothing important whatsoever. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... you're gonna spoil something there, aren't you? I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Okie dokie. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. Hee. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favourite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that through Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. A rare one indeed. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay everyone. Are you all ready with today's poems? Sure are, boss. Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? I'm enjoying my time here with my new best friend reading manga. Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Indeed we do. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. Oh dear. Oh dearie. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright. Guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but... Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Is that really alright? From you? I say that mostly because I didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if we didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. Whoa. Priority setting straight there. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only got part way through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. Not the wonderful anime we're gonna miss out on because of this manga. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face rather than her bossy attitude. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I didn't finish it? That's always a good question. Alright then, I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this one before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Aww. Shiori and Monica enthusiastically pours out their poems. Enthusiastically. Shiori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. It seems like everything about Monica is pristine. Almost too good to be true. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly compile as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Right, I think we'll just go from top to bottom because it means that we're just doing it in an unbiased order. Don't you think, chat? Sayori! Just hearing the music as well. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. This is a good poem, Flair. Are you sure it's your first time? Oh no, not at all. Yeah, it is. Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? Do I look like a guy that I'll be writing worlds and stories of my own? Really now? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one, okay? It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Aw, Sayori. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room, like right now. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Flair. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people can do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? Indeed. That will be my way of thanking you. Alright. I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Yay! Now, you read my poem too, right? Of course, don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Aww. We'll see about that. So, the message goes. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. Just a squidgy bit. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. Yes, it's either yes or no. Is it north or south? Is it west or east? Is it the centre or one of the other places? That's going off tangent there. I forgot to do it last night. What do you mean you forgot to do it? What else could you possibly have going on other than writing this poem right now? Ah, you want pancakes? It's past pancake day, for goodness sakes, but I wouldn't say no to pancakes. Not at all. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still try my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. Yeah, I want breakfast. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. Yes, that is a good quote to live by. Put in the chat right now, it's bad to skip breakfast. And if you do skip breakfast, then well, you're missing out on the most important meal of the day. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Not at all. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Thank you, Sayori. Monica's the best. Ah, yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever while eating pancakes. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Indeed. Right, next up we have Natsuki. No, it's not good to skip breakfast. It is bad to skip breakfast. Do not do this, plagued man. Don't induce a bad behaviour. Yeah, breakfast is important. Thank you very much. Max 11 out. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. I better make sure that it is totally bad, or only... I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? Including that torn up sheet that you just tossed away? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Ugh. Well, I would be more comfortable showing my poem if yours was really bad. So what you're saying is that ours isn't bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, huh, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. Hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it. Natsuki retort gives her caught her in the throat. You don't understand anything, do you? Retracting again. I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki really must hate me or something. I can't figure if it's a win or a loss that she likes my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Ugh, fine, I guess. And because Monica will make me if I don't. Right, here we go. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Yeah. I told you that you weren't going to like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. I'm being as honest as a plain piece of paper. I am plain. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Very, very happy. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Yeah. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the word play. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realised. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humour her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. I would, but that's just me. I'm a bold one. Right, Yuri, you're next. Hello. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. How can you forget to do that? It's self-explanatory. Hold on, there's a notification on my phone. Well, YouTube says there's a notification, so I don't know YouTube is just... You know, YouTube, I have a love-hate relationship with you. You're so awesome that we can do these sort of things, but sometimes you're very misinformative. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why'd you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess it might be after reading, though. Ah, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? Yeah, you did. With those exclamation marks, you did. I'm so sorry. Yui buries her face in her hands. What? No, I should not do that. Like, what have I done? I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people, let alone showing her poems to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. Didn't notice whatsoever. Not one bit whatsoever. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical for new writers. Did you make a video on what make horror games scary? I think I did once upon a time. Just trying to remember that now. What makes a horror game scary? I have no idea. Like, it's coming into my head, but I honestly can't remember. Like, it's kind of like I'm on the fence about it, but I can't really get a picture of what makes a horror game scary. It's I think the closest thing must be my RPG Horror Memories, I believe it is, where I go on about like how let's say Blank Dream or Witch's House were scary in their own right. Yeah, I did. Witch's House, Ebe, Blank Dream, and I think I just ended it there because I was I was finding all the editing too annoying to do. But not annoying, but just very, very tedious, long-winded. It's just there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognise in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. Yes, that does indeed suck. COVID-19 sucks, and it doesn't matter how you write it, it's definitely correct. You can put it in normal writing or bold caps, it sucks. The quality of my stream keeps going on and off. Not too sure why. I think most... yeah, I've already read that. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanour totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like a pro, an expert in this way. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. Oh man, welcome to the chat. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. We've got one so far. Natsuki's feedback isn't really feedback, it's just it's a bit of hot air. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Yeah, we've already witnessed that. I didn't expect that. What didn't you expect, Math CEO? Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologising to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Okay, so you have Doctor's handwriting, Yuri. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. Or is it bathing? It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. So teal? I bathe. Calm breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickens. I flicker back. Cool. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. I wasn't going to say that, but now that you did, it's like saying, sorry. Gosh, I have to. You found it? Excellent. What were the video titles called, by the way? Just curiosity. I'm pretty sure it is RPG Horror Memories. For delay in the chat, though. Yeah, there's a bit of a preview delay between the recording session and the actual preview, so it's kind of like I get back to you within like 20 or 30 seconds, which I do apologise, but I don't know how to rectify that. Sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Yes, I was squinting my eyes so that there's less light going in and that I can read the text. I do know if you squint your eyes, the amount of light that comes to your eyes decrease, so that then you'll be able to see something more clearly. Especially if it's in a very bright environment, like let's say being outside. And if you're outside, you better be outside for a good reason. I don't want you going outside just because you're having a fun time. The only reason why I go outside is because of A, shopping, and B, exercise. And that's it. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Ah, a compliment. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. Okay. That one, I don't know why I went out of town with that particular video, but that was actually one I really loved doing. Like, I also like the thumbnail as well with Carl Mason's face, like all panicked as well. Okay, I'm glad that was the case. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Hoo-hoo. Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Flair. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did glance over it. So, you only glanced over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. Nah, it's fine. Also, that's a lie. The handwriting is pretty bad. Yeah. Oh dear. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. Well, nah. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Wait, no? Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Okey pokey. Oh, the stream looks like it's gone bad again, but quality seems all blurry. Don't know why it does that. You have no idea why it does that. Internet connection is the key to having a good stream. A good, consistent stream. Monica! You're the last one, but definitely not the least. Hi, Flair. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better, it's alright, sir. Also, the handwriting is pretty nice. I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring up things, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in, and then putting my own opinion into the course. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Flair. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Okay, what have you just wrote in there, Plate Man, or was it something that I've already... F. Welcome to the chat, SSJ Thunder. Stop spam. Okay, you're gonna have to be put on timeout because that is not cool. That is not cool at all to just spam. But it's that sort of barrier we'll all learn to get past soon. On the first stream it was chicken burrito, now it's F. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Flair. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer too. Should take that as a compliment. Don't worry, I've stopped it. They can't message anymore. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Maybe a long time ago? He is famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids. But if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. It's nice that you have the voice of an old British gentleman. Oh dear. I'm not sure how to take that, but I like that. A nice British gentleman. And also you figured out where I come from as well. That's good. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. But you could impress a little old me. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Yes, please. Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's cause I have to sound confident, as Monica, I'm naming her Sailor Moonika. Welcome to the chat, Ranan. I'm not sure what to make of that last compliment there. Monica, I'll name her Sailor Moonika. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See? The direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbour? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. So you're saying that you have a boyfriend? I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retainers! Already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image? It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realise now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. Yep, welcome to 2020. This is going to be the revive of the Doki Doki Literature Club. Oh, dearie me. Welcome to the chat, Giovanna Minine. Sorry for mispronouncing your name if I did. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. I'm not too sure on how to professionally analyse literature. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gone pretty popular nowadays. Hello, darling bear. Welcome to the chat. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the impression behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I have some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. Indeed. So just move your hand and go with the flow. It's an Italian name, so it's okay, but the revival of Doki Doki is more important. Indeed it is. Just spam that across Twitter, but at the same time don't do that. The revival of Doki Doki. But unfortunately I lost my pet at February. Not lost, but unfortunately it sadly had to be put down. And then my granddad unfortunately passed away as well 2 weeks ago. Along with this coronavirus stuff, yeah, it really sucks. So move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Good. Phew. I guess it's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems could stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper showing their respective poems. But things look a little bit uncertain. They both kind of have the opposite style of writing, it would seem. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows frown in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the theme of giving up. How could that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language. Okay, both of them about the language. The language. The language. The language. That's fine place, man. I've mostly recovered from it now, but you don't really truly recover from a departed one. A departed loved one. Oh, not this again. It's done this again, haven't it? No, things are still running. I don't know why it just suddenly goes to history. The language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice and all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. Ciori liked it, and Flair did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. I don't think you could fight fire with fire here, Natsuki. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Flair likes my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? Alien language. It just comes in binary. I didn't realise you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Flair appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Why am I now the centre of this conversation? Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? Okay. Okay, that's stretching it a bit too far, you know. I was the one who's magically grew a size bigger as soon as Flair started showing. Oh god, the chest fight. Yeah. Oh dear. These two are literally our north and south poles. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Wow, at the same time. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Flair? She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? I don't think there's no reason behind something that you call convoluted. The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force him to have to figure it out. Yeah, but that's a good thing about a long, expressive, complicated poem, is that it leaves you to decide the conclusions behind that story, because not every story has a concrete conclusion behind it. Let's say, for example, The Witch's House. That has a concrete conclusion behind it. It has an ending that is very, very in place, and it's something that really can't be changed, or something that can't be twisted into something else. But there are other games like Umaniki where the story flow is entirely upon the perspective of the dreamer. Anyways, back to the game itself. Help me explain that to her, Flair. Wait, there's a reason why we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex meanings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Flair? Well, damn it. We really are in between a rock and hard place, fellas. People. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So I think we'll just go with a third option here, because I don't want to be on either side of the argument. Help me, Theory! Natsuki. Natsuki glares at me deeply, drawing up any words I had in my mouth, so instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri! But Yuri's expression is so defenseless I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayuri? Eh? Yeah? Everyone's fighting is making Sayuri uncomfortable. How come the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Flair? Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayuri wants to tell Yuri, well, okay, she's not one of those, but okay. She would never. It's your immaturity that makes her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Whoa. It's not just the words, it's how you express the words. That's what makes the expression there. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. A good quote to live by, and I love them because of their differences, regardless of what those differences are. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's bobs are the same as they always were. Yes, I'm calling them bobs, okay? Yay! Sayuri stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So, this is why Sayuri is vice president? I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organise things. Yeah, Sayuri, solving problems everyone else created. If any of that same mindset can come into play when it comes to this COVID-19 thing, like, just like a third party comes into it and just cures it. Something that's completely out of orbit and just comes into play, like aliens, for example. Like, maybe they have the cure to this virus, and all viruses, and all cancers, and all the bad bacteria. Because remember, not all bacteria are bad. Some of them are very good for you. I might come off as a good leader and I can organise things, but I'm not very good with people. We share something in common, Monica. I could even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing for me. Nah. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Excuse me. Well, I guess that just means Sayuri is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? Indeed, you could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. The ones who try to meditate get hurt themselves. So I'm just meditating here in peace, and suddenly I just step on a Lego, even though I'm completely still. Or a wasp comes into the room and suddenly ruins my relaxation. I wish I played this game without knowing anything about it. I really am not sure on how to rectify this issue, because you're watching this knowing that you'll be exposed to spoilers, but honestly, I'm not sure how to come back with that comment. You can count on me. But even though you're watching right now, you still don't know the full story, so therefore, and also I'm going at a pace that I feel comfortable with, so some people would like to go at a slower pace or a faster pace to be able to get the story of the game. But obviously everyone is different. What was that, sorry? History. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Oh dearie me. It's not bad. Sorry for misinterpreting. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Aww. Okay everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I did say it was worth it. So I'd say it was worth it. I see it before, then later, then I was given a laptop. I know what you mean, laptop. Like cheese? Okay. It was alright. Well, mostly. Yuri. Flair, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. I had a pretty spiffing time. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I could at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. Like cheese, I nod to myself with newfound determination. Flair, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Yuri beams at me. It truly has been a while since Yuri and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Yuri, about what happened earlier. Eh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. Even if they both argue, we can all argue. But at the same time, we're all still the same person. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. It's actually quite cute on how she just squats down slightly. It's like, it's a really small thing, but it is really, really capturing. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I could see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Flair, it's nice I got to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. Hello, Beaver and Draws. Welcome to the stream. And if you don't know already, if you look in the description below, you'll be able to find a link where you'll be able to donate to the charity that is helping out in the fight against COVID-19. It's literally the first link in the description below. It's called Tiltify Donation, and there we have tiltify.com/@FlairBlitz, etc. Has Monica foreshadowed anything yet? If you read in between the lines, then maybe, but I'm not too sure yet. And I think everyone really likes you too. I mean, cheese is a good bacteria. Cheese is just good, full stop. Lovely cheese. Extra mature. Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but don't worry. You can do your part by sharing the stream, and that way more people will be able to see the stream, come on board, and then they might donate. So therefore, your share of the stream can then bring in any possible donations and eyes into the what's going on. So sharing the stream is just as powerful as donating yourself. So that's absolutely fine. But does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Poem time. So then, let's try and come up with something with a bit more emotion behind it. Oh gosh, look who it is that joined the stream. It's just Monica. Greetings. But unfortunately, it's not just Monica at the moment. Thank you so much for coming on board, Monica. Let's see what we're going on for here. Monica is here, yep. We're just so lucky to have Monica here. Fireflies. Together. Defeat sounds like a Yuri. No, it doesn't. Promise. Cheeks. Nope, that's her. Rain cloud. Bittersweet. Imagination. Wonderful. Grief. Amazing. Embrace. After image sounds like Yuri. Jumpy. No, that's her. That's like an action. Monica's the only one here. Well, that's kind of true in a way. Monica's the only one here when it comes to the characters. Despise. Nope. Fickle. Warm. Special. Adventure. Puppy. Horror's definitely Yuri. Shame. Too bad you couldn't make any poems for Monica. Yeah, it kind of is bad, but then that would give more of an obvious thing that I don't know where I'm going with my words. Yeah, but it's kind of sad that we don't have anything for Monica. It's like you probably could, if it was like a hidden way of going through the game, then you'd try impressing one of the girls only once, and then move towards another girl, then the third lot, then for another girl. So it's like, there's that. Climax at the end. Yep, because the ending always has a climax. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. Don't know where I went with that one. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. I just need to move something for just a little bit. There we go. Cool. Hi dude, I'm new here. Welcome to the stream, sans the skeleton. Hopefully there's not an Undertale in this scenario. There is actually. But you have to find out for yourselves. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi Flair. Yo Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. Just click everything that sounds nice. It doesn't matter if you're... Hello. Welcome to the chat, everybody. It's nice to see it getting a bit more lively. Earlier, the stream just crashed and I had to start a new one. Not too sure why that was the case, but it's good that we're back. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Really? Chara isn't, though. You guys are so nice. Okay, Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Eh? But that's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Just kidding, she is. It's good to have a bit of humour in the chat. It's good to have a bit of humour in life, actually. Oh my gosh, my preview looks like it's all pixelated again. Don't know why. Like, the quality just suddenly drops. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayuri? Eh? Why that? All of a sudden. No reason really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayuri nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I could see right through you, Sayuri. That's not fair. How'd you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you planned to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. Hey, being hungry is not something I choose, okay? It's a mood. You're either happy or angry, and part of that anger is because you're hungry. Or in this case, the power face. And so that only leaves but one option. Wah! I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in the book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. Yeah, laugh face. It was just something in my book. Would you care to share, Yuri? Thought not. Yuri, tell Flair to let me borrow some money. That's... Don't get me involved like that, Sayuri. Besides, you should only buy what you could responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that... Whoa, 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 whoa. That is a bit too far to put that frankly, Yuri. Your suffering is fair enough retribution. I think Natsuki was always hungry. Don't you mean Sayuri? Snacks, getting hungry too. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. Yeah, that's the book talking, not Yuri. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. That. Still, coming from you, Sayuri. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? And that's not a bad thing. Don't let her fool you. Sayuri knows exactly what she's doing. I'm now subscribed to you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much indeed for coming to this channel where we have just reached over 5,000 subscribers. Been doing this for about 4 to 5 years now. I can't remember when I first started. It was... My first ever Let's Play on an RPG horror game was Misao, and you can just type in my channel to see like whenabouts that was posted, just to see like when it was first out. I'm losing track here. Doki Doki Literature Club. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me, but you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayuri. Slap. Ah, Out of nowhere, something smacks Yuri in the face and fumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was... Eh? Stick. Yuri glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Well, I'm new to your streams and I will always be on your streams and that is a promise. Well, I won't be doing streams too often. I more or less do local recordings where I just record the game, then edit it, render it, and then upload it to my channel so that you see like it's just me playing the game without listening to a chat. I still look at the comments, but it's more or less something that I only adopted a few days ago when Hope for Home hashtag started, when this became a huge thing on 2 days ago, I believe it was, when all the bigger streamers did this. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. It's just for food wise, that's so nice. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. I subscribed thanks to Detective Inaba and now here for all the games. Thank you so much, Giovanna Mini. Again, apologies for mispronouncing your name. Yeah, that was a good series. That was a nice series. I'm trying to think. Like, I do think the first one was my favourite. The second one was probably my least favourite, and then the third was in between the first and the second. It's sort of like that with the Estrangement series as well. It's like the first one was probably my favourite, the fourth one was my second favourite, the third one was my third favourite, and the second one was my least favourite. So it's the Crooked Man, the Hanged Man, the Boogeyman, and the Sandman. It's just a setting that the Sandman was in that I didn't hugely get inspired by. But I still love the game for what it is. So good. Sayori suddenly claps her hand over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie, but she's hungry. But remember, being hungry is a mood for Sayori. Nancy takes her bite of her own cookie. Oh well, I'm going to love the stream and leave it. I'm sorry I can't be here for longer, but I will be back later. Sans, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much to subscribing to the channel, and hope you're keeping well as well. As the same for all of you. Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? I'll probably be stopping this stream in about 40 minutes time. For me, it would be about 10 PM British summer time. So I may be offline when you try and come back on, so apologies if that is the case. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But you're just chocolate. Yeah? Why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Hehehe. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookies in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Oh. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. You and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori... Eh? Nancy glanced around. Monica isn't in the club room. Ugh. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? No, this is new to me. Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. I'm just going to close the window. It's getting a bit cool in here. Unfortunately, in the UK at the moment, it's sunny 24/7. And unfortunately, that encourages the people who are stupid to go out. Ignorance isn't bad, but well, stupidity can't be cured. Hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I want to be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. Hey, what are you saying? I am the peak of masculine beauty. How dare you say that to us, Yuri? You can tell when I'm having a joke, guys. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the doors swing open. How far are you away from finishing the first act? Well, we've just done the second poem out of 3, so I think we may not even get to the finish of the first act, which in a way is kind of good. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose a club over a boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. The boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. Yeah, right. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kinda just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. That's... Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better I will. Yay! That sounds cool. Definitely cool. I was also looking forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Flair. Monica smiles sweetly. This is a recurring theme that's going on. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love a chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? No, nothing at all. No, not really. I chose to leave out Sayuri's mischievous escapade, sorry. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayuri has somehow already finished her entire cookie. Ouch. Yuri is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? You know the song that Monica plays on the piano is for beginners? I didn't know that. But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. Okay, I could probably fall asleep right now. I closed my eyes and ended up listening in on Sayuri's conversation with Monica. We're probably going to seem really lame compared to all the other clubs though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. Yeah, the word intellectual is an instant turn-off for some people. Or most people. But it's not like that at all, you know. We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. Oh gosh, Again with the preview looking like, I don't know, looking like a 1980s TV, just all static. It's not like that, but it is a little bit blurry. What's this? Shiori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh? That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? Come on, it's got to do with something with a club. But yeah, that's a good point. Have food with literature on it. What kind? Ah, well I guess we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Ah, you're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Of course it would. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. You've just had a cookie and yet you're hungry again. Why is Shiori always hungry? Put an answer in the chat. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. Indeed. I find myself smiling. In the end, Shiori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Shiori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Wah! So close, but yet so far. I opened my eyes to find Shiori's face filling my vision. I nearly fell out of my chair. Sorry. Wait, actually I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glanced over to my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. As the problem solver, she uses too much energy being happy, so food is needed for fuel. I guess so. It's true though. Yeah? I know. You're always looking out for me, Shiori. Hehehe. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. Not very convincing whatsoever, fool. Now it's back up to the good quality. How many days this week have you gotten up on time? That's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Shiori, it's written all over you. Goodness sakes. Natsuki eats a lot but doesn't get fat. Was she a tapeworm owner? I'm not too sure, to be honest. Shiori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all over here. No, Theo, don't. Ah. I ran my fingertips down the side of Shiori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. No, that's just called being lazy. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I tried to wipe off the stain with my finger, but nobody would even notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's going to tell you about it because they don't want you to feel embarrassed. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Shiori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Wow. Wow. That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I'll start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Aww. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Eh? Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy when we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. That button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggled to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? No, we're not falling for that curveball. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so... why does it feel strange to see Shiori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. Don't worry about it. It's not worth it at all. Shiori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew, that's so much better. Shiori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I kept it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because... Aww, if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me much better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Okay. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine, fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. No. You're doing it again, Shiori. Oh, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Fine, I can't wait to read yours. Yes, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Shiori still trots away to retrieve her poem. Lovely. Let us read to Shiori first. Oh my goodness. This is so good flair. I love it. Especially after yesterday's poem. Ugh. You're too honest sometimes, Shiori. No, but really. I want to put this on my wall. Can I? Shiori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. It works both ways. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a flair poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Shiori hugs the sheet against her chest. Aww. You're so weird, Shiori. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if the poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. And so should all of you as well. Go with your heart. I hope that the stream will not be bad. Why would that be the case? If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah. Oh, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Eh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah, I like the things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't see liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. And make a nice, happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. Eh? It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Flair. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put in a bottle to keep it safe. So I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy Force, Happy Force, Happy Force in bottles all in a row. I've played already and I know it's not something. I mean, what if this novel has erotic content and we don't know? It doesn't go into that sort of territory, so don't worry about it. Okay, where were we? My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically put them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy Force, Happy Force, Happy Force in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. So what you're trying to say is about the bottles is that you forgot to have something to drink this morning. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but, I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Yeah, creepy is one word. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little better. Oh, sorry, it was a stupid joke. I already walked through this game. It was very interesting. Writing is like magic, you know. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? Hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing is the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Okay. Don't get ahead of yourself. Interesting indeed. She always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. That's what we call fickle. I wonder if this is one of those times, but seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic, indeed. Next up, we'll do this in order. Natsuki. Well, it's not terrible, but it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Then again, if this one was as good as your last one, I would be completely peed. Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little different this time. Fair enough, you're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sioi's poem from yesterday. Eh? You think so? Yeah, well I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But she never really struck me as her type. Shiori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? How dare you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That's okay, don't be mean. That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say that we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wiggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her sing my favourite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, choir, my heart would pound to the rhyme of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Oh dear. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried to not let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. Hello Leaf, welcome to the chat. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. Not bad, right? Are you trying to say that Yuri is a spider? Anyways, Doki Doki Club. Oh yeah. We are introducing the revival of Doki Doki into 2020 to brighten it up because of this abomination called COVID-19. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that this was the best I could do. Nope, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogues. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? I like this game too. Of course. It's about how everyone thinks It doesn't matter. It can be about anything. About your love for manga. Can't donate. Sorry, doesn't matter. If you can't donate, then what you can do is share the stream so that then people can then be able to donate. So in that way, it's kind of spreading the message, ensuring that other people can see the stream so that then they can come on board, see the link, and then donate. So in that way, it's just as powerful as you donating yourself. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something you're afraid if people find out they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? Good words, Natsuki. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. It's what I do best after all. I don't like writing I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it. Yuri's next. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Flair. Your skills are already improving. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. Oh, thank you so much for doing that, Leaf. Thank you for coming on board. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. If there was such thing as perfect, then there'll be no room for improvement. No room for new inspirations. Nothing like that. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate excuse. I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this a poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. Okay. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave a raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more, indeed. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, what is that, image? My urge, sorry. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I got a little scared at the end. A slice of bread fresh and soft, the raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rash of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice of bread and I feed myself again. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. I didn't know. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and convey emotions through them. Yeah. If I take it at face value, but I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I want to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm used usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Huh? That's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? Even though they're North and South Poles, they do have a lot of similarities. Eh? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. Lol. To me, she seems like the kind of person that would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Yeah, there's no room for prejudicism in this household. Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry. I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I'd probably hate myself. We're all weird in our own different ways, but that's good because we're all individuals. I suppose people have different ways of viewing things, so one person could be much more scared of a particular type of content than others would, and vice versa. I might be ranting a little bit now, like me, but I'm glad you're a good listener. Right, Monica. Cool beans. Hi again, Flair. How's the writing going? Oh, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. I did in the middle, but the ending wasn't really as scary to me. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I gave my poem to Monica. Alright, I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayuri would like. Is that so? You and Sayuri are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Ah, well... We may be good friends, but Sayuri and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect, indeed. Me? I ruined my experience by watching YouTube before I played a game. Then later I was gifted a laptop. That's the kind of thing with watching videos that you do get spoiled with a story. But still, the interpretation of that story is dependent upon the viewer. So, and also as well, a YouTuber may not go through all different aspects of the game itself, so maybe they would only go through one route, where there could be several different possibilities. Who's your favourite in the game? The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I'm getting when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Yuri's writing has a kind of gentle feel to it. It was always Natsuki. To be honest, any four of the characters are as good as each other. So whoever is your favourite or least favourite, that's fine. I can't decide between Monica or Yuri. I can tell that she's like exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each of their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colours, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colours. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. The three primary colours for an artist. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The separation of words as words just as powerful as words themselves. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a Venn line on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. That's very enigmatic in a way. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing that I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. It wastes paper. Choosing where and how the spatial words can totally change the mood of a poem. Definitely. It's almost like magic. The way our roads, the lines, really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's so hard for me to tell what it's about though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with a reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip for the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. That's what we haven't been doing for some time actually. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? This is when you might start to suspect something about Monica. What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone. Yeah, and about that, okay, everyone. I think I'm going to wrap it up for today. My vocal stamina is starting to reach its peak, and it doesn't like we raise anything else for today, so there's still a lot of time to be able to raise for the Tiltify page itself, so that you can help out for charities like United Way to be able to raise as much money as you can about this that's going on. And actually as well, I'm going to that's all creepy too. I've just lost my train of thought, so I'm going to leave it here, folks. I did plan on a fourth stream, but because of how today went with the lack of donations, I don't think I'm going to be able to be doing this any more when it comes to this particular event at least. But if there's like any other charities in the future that will help out for this particular case, that is this pandemic, or another charity that I would like to contribute towards in the future, I will certainly be able to do something like that. But at the moment, folks, thank you to everybody who has come to these streams, these 3 streams that I've done. Thank you all so much for all the support for over the years, whether you just joined today, whether you've just joined yesterday or about 5 years ago. Okay, bye. Make sure to tell your subs to turn the bell notification on. Good point. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on, because at times YouTube can be very weird when it comes to videos. So if I put something out, it may not appear in your subscription box if you've subscribed, but with a notification bell, you get an email or something that pops through to say, hey, this person has uploaded a video, maybe you want to check it out, or something like that. But anyways, my voice is starting to go. I've been talking for over 2 hours now, even though the stream is just over 2 hours. My original stream was cut off and there's this stream, but we raised $340 overall, and I think that in itself is going to make a difference no matter how big or small. Whether if it's going to help nurses and doctors have lunch each and every day, or if it's going to buy a particular set of equipment that doctors need to be able to work in the environments without contracting the disease itself, contracting the virus I mean. But it all goes towards one cause, or several causes I mean, sorry. But it doesn't matter who you donate to, it all goes to the same place in this particular endeavour. And that's what's most important, is that we can all work together, separate, but at the same time united. But thank you all so much for watching, guys. This is going to be Doki Doki Literature Club, and then also as well the end of Omaniki Dream Diary and The Witch's House MB. But it's just reached 10 PM now. Thank you all so much for watching, guys, and see you all in the next video. We're going to be returning to videos now. We're not going to be doing any streams for the time being, but there we go. Thank you all so much for watching, and take care of yourselves.